My name is Anne Marie, and I believe in the teachings of Jesus and the wisdom of Buddha and the enlightenment of Christ consciousness. So what is Christ consciousness? About 2,000 years ago, Jesus walked upon the earth as a living example of Christ consciousness in action. Jesus never intended to be portrayed as an idol, one reveres so highly above themselves that they cannot see the truth. And I believe that Jesus wanted to represent a way of being. He told us that the kingdom of heaven is within us. And the only way to the kingdom of God is through Christ, but not through the idolization of Jesus, but rather through Christ consciousness and the example of his life. Christ consciousness is a state of mind, and it is the goal of light workers seeking to attain a spiritual journey in oneness with God and the universe. Restoring your individual Christhood is the full realization of your divinity, your divine mission, and the purpose of being here at this time. Jesus has made it very clear that one can meditate, pray, and help others all day long. But until you go within yourself and remember your own truth and take your rightful place as that truth, or to say, walk your talk, then you cannot truly be a Christ being. The son of a daughter of God that you are, nothing changes, and one is no closer to ascension than they were before. The only way to ascend the physical is by connecting through spirit within you. And Christ consciousness is what Jesus and Pope Francis came here to teach us by example, and it is the very essence of what Pope Francis has brought to America, just as Jesus did. Then you can truly speak the words that Jesus spoke many thousands of years ago. The Father, the universe, and I are one. And yes, Catholicism has its own specific, special beliefs. But if we are to talk about Christ consciousness as light workers, we have to learn that if we are going to read and be advisors, or to be even as walking people in Walmart or on the streets walking your dog, if you are filled with light and you share that light through a smile, through direct eye contact, not intimidating contact, but through gentle contact, I swear to you that whether you're 5, 55, or 95, or 105, you will find that people just feel that essence about you, and they will react, and they will go and spread that feeling on to somebody else, because that's the magic of Christ consciousness. That's right.
You can change the way you see things, the way you experience things, and the way you do things. Own your mana iho, your self-power, your powers of choice, the power of responsibility. I choose my thoughts, my feelings, my words, and my actions. I am the master of my inner world. Everything I desire, all the love, happiness, peace, and abundance is within me. And I choose thoughts and feelings of love, happiness, peace, and abundance, whatever the circumstances. I have the power to make a conscious choice in every moment. The power of clarity. I choose to enter my mind with the light of awareness. I choose to live my life in the truth of now. I am at peace with myself and at peace with the world. The power of relaxation. I choose to soften the contours of my consciousness and simply be here now. I relax my breath. I relax my body. I relax my mind. I allow life to flow through me like a river. I choose to let go and let God in this perfect moment. I am one with myself and at one with what is. The power of presence. I choose to rest deeply in the power of this present moment. I choose in this moment to awaken and to know myself as I really am. I choose in this moment to know myself as a divine creation of infinite potential. And in this moment, I am whole and I am holy. In this moment, I simply am. The power of love. I choose to say yes to life, and I open wide to welcome everything. I see through the eyes of my heart, and I see perfection in everything. I am a lover of life, and my love blesses the world with its holiness. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is a conscious choice I make in every moment. I choose to see everything as a gift from the divine. I am available for all that is good in my life. I am available for all that is God in my life. The power of forgiveness. I choose to know that all forms are born from divine mind. I choose to see the light of God in everyone and in everything. I am whole and I am holy. I see the world through the eyes of holiness. The power of trust. I choose to live in the wonder of now. I choose to experience every moment as an adventure, to be met with eyes wide open and belly soft. I am at one with God, because God is with me wherever I go. the power of service. I choose to serve God by making myself available for the download of my divine mission. I am here to shine the light of my magnificence on everything I say and do. I am here to know the truth of my infinite potential. I am here to remember my divinity and to manifest my destiny. And finally, the power of action. I choose to remember that I am a spiritual being of infinite magnitude. I choose to inhabit my eternal radiant nature. I am the light of God. I am the light of the world. You are loved. You are blessed. And so it is. Aloha ke akua.
And that was our guest of last week, which was Lana Keela. And today's subject is Christ consciousness, which is Christ consciousness is a state of mind, a goal all light workers seek to attain on their spiritual journey to oneness with God. Okay, so let's go for Phyllis, and then we have another unlisted call from California. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi,
Hello?
how are you today?
Sometimes you just have to laugh. You really do.
Oh my gosh, yes. And
you do.
It's like so many people are so serious, and I think that someone with a wonderful laugh like you can just light up a room.
Oh, thank
makes
you.
Everybody else feel happy. What is your first name? I know you, but we want to take care of this wonderful laughing lady. I'd have to, if you were Native American, I would have to call you Laughing Lady. But what is your name?
Actually, it's Gwen.
Gwen, hello.
Yes, hi.
How are you? What can I do for you,
well,
babe?
Honey. I'm well. Well, I just wanted to have a reading on some things that are changing for me. And one of them is that I'm starting to attract people of like mind.
Ooh.
And yes, and all of this is because of my cube at work. I fixed it up.
Because of your cube?
My cube at work. I
put
in
your cube.
Some really nice pictures. Yes, the area, my desk area where I sit.
Okay.
And I fixed it up, and I put some nice sayings, and I have my angels and my crystals. And, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of this at all. And most people are like, how can you do that? And, and what would the management say? And, yes, but people are like, who sits at this desk? Who sits here? Whose cube is this? And they want to know. They're like, when I walk by your cube, there is such energy. There's just a beautiful feeling there.
Well, if you could just add a recording of your laughter that would go on nonstop, you would probably add to the crystals and the angels and everything else. So
yes, it's just amazing that people will come over and just...
What should we focus on?
Really, am I shifting and changing? What's really happening with me?
Where is your energy right now? Okay. Yes. So if we look at that and say your first name again.
Gwen.
Okay. Gosh, you say that so good. Can you do it one more time?
Gwen.
Oh, good job. Good job. So we're reading on Gwen and looking at her energy at this particular time. And what comes through says, you are at a time where you are twice as magnetic as you used to be. For some reason, it says in the past there was a time when you kind of had a blanket over your light. And
Oh,
your reading says that at this time, your communication skills are not only being expressed through what you say and your laughter, but it's also being expressed through your energy. It's communicating also. Consequently, it says this is a time of more friends, but also more quality friends, and a sense that you're leaving behind you the drainers.
yeah.
At this particular time, it says what this does is quadruple your energy level to be more ambitious. And so you become, as we said about Christ consciousness and higher frequency, as Lana Keela was talking about. I think that when we become like a mirror that reflects light, and we start to get those smiles and those like-minded people, as you said, it increases our energy level, and suddenly we just want to do more, more, more. And your reading says, most of all, your cubicle and you are expressing great gratitude. So between your magnetic new energy, your abundance of energy to bring friends, and your gratitude, I think that this is where you are in your life at this time.
Yes.
And and you said there was another issue that we were discussing.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Well, the thing is that I'm just everything. I feel like I'm opening up more. Sometimes I really don't even have to say anything. Again, I seem to be attracting people into my life, but of course there are those who, will see that light and don't really like it.
Yes,
and
of course.
One of them yes. One of them is my boss.
Oh, and what is your boss?
Really haven't.
What's your boss's name? First name?
It's Andrea.
Andrea. So if I look at Andrea, and I look at what is Andrea's take on all this, and it says Andrea is basically a very impatient person. She is 10 steps ahead of herself. And the sense is that it's actually caused her to self-sabotage and block her energy of anyone that is living in the now. And through your gratitude and through your magnetism, you're living in the now. And it says that even though she sees that you are somebody that is of quality and you're living ethically and you're somebody that has a light heart, there's a sense that it intimidates her because she doesn't. So it's like two magnets that repel each other. And she is your opposite at this time. If I look at what do you do about this situation, and looking at that, and your reading says that at this time, just understand less is more. You do nothing. You realize that the more that you try to do, the more you will intimidate her. And that at this point, trying not to, when you think about all of the people of light workers and people that are religious or things, the one thing that kind of terrifies people is somebody that's going to cram their beliefs down their throat, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I believe that she's not at a place to accept your light. And in fact cannot even respect it, simply because she's somebody that has very low self-esteem and very negative. So you can't worry about this, and the less you try, the better off you'll be.
That's true. You're 100% No, you're more than 100% correct. You're spot on, because I'm okay with it. I'm really okay with it. I mean, we're pleasant. Hi, good morning, and and that's okay with me. But
Yes.
I don't ask for anything more, and I don't ask for anything less. I just come in, I do my job. I'm there at work. I just do what I need to do. I'm
Right.
always there. To
Right.
not. I could see that I could. So I keep a low key, and I'm okay. And I'm okay with that. I don't ask
Yes.
anything from her. I try to take care of things that I need to take care of. I have rarely asked her for anything. I just don't.
And that's the best thing to do, and I think by far you'll go farther in trying to work with her and to intimidate her less when she sees that you can be a person of light that is compassionate to her negativity.
Yes.
And that
Yes.
nobody is saying that to be a person of light is something that is better than everybody else. It's just
Exactly.
that it brings in so much more positive stuff, but it also brings in sometimes hatred and
Yes.
dissent and
Yes.
and anger from people
Yes.
who are negative. And that's probably where Christ consciousness comes in, and why he was persecuted, or why anybody that is a
Absolutely.
person of light sometimes ends up being not
Absolutely.
treated so great by the people that are
That's true.
in leadership positions that
Yes.
believe being a
Amen.
hard ass is the best way to be.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And when you talked about having the cloak over me, that's what I've been doing, because I've seen what happens. You're persecuted. As long as you dim your light and you just cover it up, you can move through life. So you think.
Right. Right.
But you're not being authentic, and and you can't continue that, and that's why I've taken the cloak off.
Taking the cloak off, put the cubicle in the angels and the light, and
Yes.
who
Yes.
comes to you is meant to be. Thank you so much, and thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing your laugh.
Thank you. You're so beautiful. I absolutely adore you.
Oh, Gwen, thank you so much. Well, I'll take you to
do.
coffee tomorrow, okay?
Okay, sounds good. All right,
I don't know where
honey.
you live, but California? Is that where you're at? Are you in
No,
California?
I'm in Massachusetts. I'm nowhere in California. I'm in
Gwen, there's
Massachusetts.
Gwen. Okay, Gwen, you're second. Okay, now I see you. Okay, bye, honey.
Bye. Many blessings. Bye-bye.
Many blessings to you. Okay, now we're going to take the unlisted caller from California. Hello, unlisted caller from California.
Oh,
Hello?
hey, this is Ashish. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Ashish. How are you today?
Good, I'm good. How are you? It's been
Oh,
long.
good. Yes, and how are you? And what can I read on for you today?
Well, I wanted to, get a reading from my wife. Her name is Swati, and
Okay.
I want to see if, she interviewed in the same company as me, and it starts with the company name starts with FIS.
Okay.
ERV. So if I want to see if she's going to get a job there or.
Okay,
No.
can I look at how they perceive her? Did she have an interview?
Oh yes, she already had an interview.
Okay, okay, let me see how they perceive her at this point in her interview, all right? And then I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay.
So when I look at how they perceived her, the first thing that comes up is she says that they thought that she was very intelligent. They felt that she was very calm and grounded. They felt also that she was very modest. And if I look at, will they hire her for this job? And if I look at that, and I'll just tell you as honestly as I see it, and it says, I believe they will, but I'm shown a hire that could either take 2 weeks, or that it may not be a position that would be filled until perhaps even end of October, November time. So there's a little wait, but on the other hand, I do feel she'll get the job.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was hoping for. She really wanted the job, and then The interview and everything went fine. We're just right now waiting for, but I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I think that they really liked her, and for whatever reason, this little waiting time, maybe somebody is leaving a position and they have to give them respect. I don't know, but I would say it looks good for her.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to do. Thank you, thanks, Anne Marie. Can I ask one more question? I know you have other people waiting.
You betcha.
For you. I mean,
there's very few of you today.
Okay. Oh, okay. So another question is for me. As you know that I talked about it. I have a full-time job, and then I'm doing business on the side, which has been going great. I mean, it was doing okay. I mean, I was able to manage with my full-time job. But do you see it growing and coming next year or?
Okay. I only read for 12 months' time, but if you want me to do a little financial monthly for you, then kind of for the next 5 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So I have October, November, December, January, and February. October, it looks strong. November, it says maybe a little slower. December looks strong. And then the first of the year, there's about a 2-month time where it says you may start to get a little tense because you feel that perhaps things have slowed down, but don't worry about it. It's kind of the first of the new year. Slow down time, and I show it will perk right up. And the rest of the year looks extremely good for you. I'm especially in the, I'm going to say March and April and May and June. It just seems as if it's really picking up to a higher level for you. But there could be a little bit of inconsistency at first.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's, what I was hoping for.
All right, that's what I see.
Thank you. Thanks, Marie. You've always been helpful. I mean, last year, I was going through a tough time, and you helped me get through it, when my father was not doing
bless your heart. Bless your heart. And, it's never been more obvious through Pope Francis, who I think is a wonderful, wonderful energy to come into this highly politically charged me kind of consciousness in this country right now, to let us know that it starts within us, and that, whether you meditate, pray, or help others all day long, you have to go within yourself and remember your truth and take your rightful place as that truth. Walk your talk.